Hi, this is Randy McKinley, and welcome to the Company Doctor's Virtual Exam Room. This is part of our health and wellness series where we pick a topic. It may be a problem area in your business. You may not be aware of it. And if you let it go and go and go unchecked, it could lead into serious issues. And let me give you some stats that back that up. Did you realize that 20% of all businesses fail in 2 years, 45% in 5 years? That's literally 1 out of 2 of you watching this will not be in business. 65% in 10, 75% in 15. That means literally 3 out of 4 businesses will not be around in 15 years. And what's scary is there's 25 million businesses in the US and 125 million businesses in the world. And that means you would end up losing at least 93 million businesses, and it doesn't have to be that way. So help us, if you know somebody in business, starting a business, or wants to learn more about business, please share this video, and hopefully we can make sure that they don't become one of those statistics. All right, enough of the editorial, let's get on with the topic. Today's topic is, does my product or service have a positioning fever? So the first thing, let's give you a quick test to see where you're sitting. I'm going to give you a question. You have 1 minute to write down all your answers. I want you to pause the video, then come back from the video, and then we'll go to the board. All right, here's the question. What makes my product or service so special? All right, you ready? You got 1 minute, write down your answers. All right, now that you're back from pausing the video, before we go to the board, I want to go look at your list real quick. I want to see if you wrote down, I have great customer service. I have a warranty. I deliver on time. I make a quality product. If you wrote down things like that, which are very general, you can draw a line through them. They don't count. Your answer always has to be definitive, specific, or quantifiable. All right, so let's go to the board. All right. Would you believe most businesses land right here? When they look at a product or service, they're usually getting about 4 or 5. That says you probably have a temperature of about 102 to 103. Normal is 9. So the question is how do you get to 9? Well, it's not a magic trick. There's ways to go do it. So let's look at some of the fundamentals. First thing is when we dive into this, is we need to understand, do we have a competitive advantage? This is huge. How you define it is really broken into 2 parts. First is comparative. What comparative means, hey, maybe I can make it cheaper than the other guy. Wow, I can either take more margin, or maybe I can go lower my price and I can take all the market. Differential would be, maybe I make a better product. What happens a lot is, say, a warranty over here is 2 years, mine could be 10 years. You may have to change your verbiage to total cost of ownership to get it apples to apples, all right? Comparative, differential. Move on. Now we're getting into the classic terms. Positioning of a product or service. Fundamentals is, everybody knows this one, right? Features. But I'm going to give you a little secret. There's a key word you need to remember with features. Non-emotional, right? A feature is non-emotional. It's a spec, it's a service statement, so hey, it's made of stainless steel or whatever. And proof to benefit. So it always, when you do your benefit, it ties back to that specific spec. Now the next thing that people tend to miss is advantages. The easy way to think of advantages is it's the bridge. You're on one side of the river, I need to get to the other. Advantages gives you the bridge over. And there's always a word you can think of, means. It's a good word to keep in your head. This is not emotional, this is means. And I'll give you an example in a second of how that works. The next one is, everybody knows, is benefits. Here's the easy way to define a benefit. People misconstrue what benefit is. A benefit is emotional, all right? Very much emotional. It's the end result. So when you look at it together, remember, non-emotional, bridge, emotional. Let me give you the example. Everybody's heard of 4G, right? 4G means faster internet. Now I can find my way home quickly and easily when I'm lost. That's emotional. Now, there's other things that you can add to your arsenal. Images. distinctive. Picture's worth 1,000 words. It helps reinforce the benefit. So an example, automotive shop, damaged car, repaired car. So what are you trying to convey? Hey, it's probably cheaper to go repair the car than buy a new car, and I can fix anything. So a picture's worth 1,000 words. This gives us some basics. Let's keep moving. I'm gonna flip this around so you can see the next part. Apologize for that. Cool. Now, we keep on moving. There's some things that support and you can add to your list. When you're creating your list for your product or service, a business, I've been around 30 some years. People, I'll give you the example here. So our leadership team has 115 years of professional business turnaround experience. It's combining the experience of people, combined expertise. Case studies are huge, past results, your capability. All these can go into your list. Now that you understand that, now you have to sit down and define and build your list. And I want 35. And think of it this way. If you're going into a gunfight, don't want anybody to go into a gunfight, but if you go into a gunfight, do I want 1 bullet, 2 bullets, or I want as many bullets as I possibly can? So I want at least 35 bullets if I'm going to, because this helps me with the price value relationship when I talk to somebody. Okay? Definitive, specific. Now that you've done that, this is a step everybody skips. It's actually pretty important. It's your competition comparison chart. I take your competitors, I put it across here. I take the things that make me special and I put it down here, and then I start ticking them off and comparing it. And why do you do that? It's because you're trying to figure out this. This is important, your price comparison chart. Price goes across the bottom, these go up the side. And then what you'll see is you start marking their price and their benefits, you'll see it. And what you're trying to achieve is the holy grails. I want my red dot up here above the line. The only problem is what you have to deal with is the perceived value. And it's usually below the line. Like right now, if you're 3 to 4, your perceived value is definitely below the line. Excuse me. Which gets to the next piece. Messaging. Real value versus perceived value. You're trying to bridge those. Features have not been turned into benefits. Number one thing that happens every single time. Why? Your messaging is gone. Because you're actually trying to sell features versus your benefits. So your messaging needs to be refined and then optimized across all your channels. Okay? Summary. 1 minute test. What makes my product so special? Write it down. Competitive advantage. That's huge. That helps with this. I can maybe shift my price and I can take market share. Positioning fundamentals. Once you understand these fundamentals, now you're able to make a list. And these are extra things that support your product, right? Those support it. Make your special list of 35. Do a comparison chart. It's huge. It helps you understand if you don't know what your competitor is doing. Trust me, they know what you're doing. And who knows, now you can counter each other. All right, do your price chart, refine your messaging, perceive, and that leads to more dollars every single time. So, last but not least, if you have a problem with this, don't stress. We're available anywhere on the planet. We have virtual on-demand business care. And so when you need it, just call. We act like a doctor. We do 1-week engagements. It's a fixed fee, less than $500, and we do that on purpose because we don't want you to spend too much money, and we know some people need just a little bit of help, and so it's there. 100% client control, 24/7 Q&A, no more fear of consultants. We use a proven 7-step process that came out of doing business turnarounds because we have to get results very quickly and effectively. And last but not least, we do 100% satisfaction guarantee. Nobody does that in the industry. So hopefully you learned something today, excuse me, and please share this. And then until next time, all right,